Sebastian for the Metal Gods Meltdown, and today I'm joined by
Miguel Andrade from Apotheus.
It's great to be chatting to you this evening. First up, can you give us a little bit of insight into your album, Ergo Atlas, and what's the feedback been like from fans and media so far?
Sure. Yeah, so Ergo Atlas is our third full-length album. It's in our estimation, it's the best so far. Audio production-wise, perhaps composition-wise, though that is perhaps debatable. But we're really proud of this record. One, I think, important thing to say is that Ergo Atlas is the second album in a universe we created. So in our previous album, The Far Star, we started this epic sci-fi space journey, and so the album has a very strong conceptual aspect to it, and Ergo Atlas is its direct sequel. So that's something we're pretty proud of, and we really like working this way. And in the end, we look back and we think we created something special, and we hope everyone likes it as much as we do.
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant, mate. Totally. And you had a release party recently. How did that go?
Oh, that was really intense and great. We by the way, the live aspect of it is also something that we take a lot of care with. We upped the live production a little bit on that specific release show. So we had like these three big LED screens with synchronized videos and awesome lights and lasers. I think it was a pretty good experience. The feedback has been really great. Both, by the way, both of the record and the release party. So we're thrilled that people seem to be enjoying. So the release party, I think, was pretty great. Chatting with the fans. Some people came from a bit far too, so it's really great to see people gathering, and it was really, an honor, I could say.
That's great. So I know it's a bit of a hard question, but which would you say is your favorite track on the album today, and why?
Yeah, that's something we internally talk about very frequently. Which one is your favorite track for the album? and I think the answers among us depend. But for myself, I think the Unification Project is the second track of the album. So the answer is twofold. So first, I think the atmosphere of the track is really gloomy at time, and it ends right in this really powerful, menacing riff, and almost like mechanical. It's that repeating nature, and like a locomotive,
Yeah.
But at the same time, it has this delicate part at the beginning. So I really like that contrast. And also, it's just a kind of composition that I never really thought I would create. The song doesn't really have a chorus, so to speak, for example. And we debated that immensely among us, but we didn't feel like it needed to have one. So we just left it like it was. We didn't touch it. This is how it was born. We don't see how we could improve it, and we just like it the way it is. So it's a special song for many different reasons.
Can you give us a little bit of insight then into the album cover? What's that all about?
Oh yeah. So the album cover was done by a French artist called he goes by the name of Nihil. I think he's based on Sweden at the moment, but I'm not sure. he's a great artist, and I think the image perfectly captures one of the most important moments of the story. So, a little bit of background information. Our story is divided in chapters, and each chapter corresponds to one song. So there's a perfect mapping one-to-one between chapters and songs. And so that cover is an illustration of the last chapter. That's the moment where, without spoiling it too much, that's the moment when humanity allows themselves to be unified, hence the unification project. They allow themselves to be unified with another entity. And well, what's interesting, of course, is the reasons they did it. And initially they weren't they were reluctant to do it, but at the end they allowed themselves to be unified. And there are lots of plot twists in there too. But yeah, that's an exact representation of that last chapter called Regenesis, which is also a song, of course.
So can you then give us plans for tour and festivals for, well, the year's nearly finished now, isn't it? For next year, I mean, are you hopeful to get out into England, even into the UK?
Well, England is not yet on the plans for now. We are touring extensively in Portugal, which, well, where we're based on. But yeah, there are plans to gradually do some European dates. We have some Spanish dates that are confirmed, I think 4 or 5. We have, in a more distant future, we have a confirmed date for France as well. And, you know, we're just, it's a hard time for, you know, starting to expand your territory. We're still in that phase, but it's going pretty well. We're doing. I think we're making great steps on that front. So I wouldn't be surprised if 2024 or 2025 we could be playing in England.
That'd be amazing if you do get over.
Hope to see you there.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But don't forget, England's not just London. It's like massive. A lot of bands just go to London. It's a bit annoying. So which band would be your ultimate touring buddies?
Oh, you mean like any band at all?
Yeah, any band, dead or alive.
Ooh, dead or alive. That complicates matters. But yeah, I think so. We have you know, some bands that we really are fond of, not just by its musical, you know, attributes, but also because they're just nice people. Recently, in a festival we played in Portugal, we met Jim Gray from Caligula's Horse. He's just a nice fellow. That's just a positive energy. I think they would make really great touring buddies. I could see us having a great time, and they sound amazing, and you know they're in the same progressive area, you know. So I think it could make sense. We've toured a lot with Moonshade, which is also a Portuguese band. They're our friends, so I mean it would feel just like home. But I mean, Pain of Salvation would be a dream come true, or even like Solon, Opeth, or Lepros. It's also such great heroes, musical heroes for us. So it would be great opportunities to learn and also to exchange experiences. Yeah, that would be awesome.
I can see with Opeth actually. First time I saw Opeth was in Spain, in Fengirola, Rock the Coast Festival, and they were amazing. It was a bit strange because they played in the daytime when really they'd be better suited at night. But that was in Fengirola, but it's fantastic. That was before the COVID madness. So what first introduced you to heavy metal? Can you remember the first album even?
I think so. Before internet, um, there were these things called Walkman, like cassette Walkmans,
Yeah.
and that's how we exchanged music
Yeah.
songs back in the time. And I think the first like heavy metal leaning or uh, yeah, heavy metal leaning kind of song was probably Guano Apes
Right.
and and uh, and Nirvana as well, for sure. Nirvana was like in my adolescence was all the hot shit.
Yeah.
But and you know my adolescence was way after Nirvana ended. But you know it's just a testament to their you know their they never die, of course. But then that kind of led the way to Metallica, and that Metallica and Sepultura and a lot of bands in that genre, maybe thrash. So that was what opened that door, and from there, I mean, was just expanding your collection. Uh, of course, internet came in the scene. Then I started listening to Children of Bodom a lot in my youth. So that was kind of my pathway. It was kind of grunge, then metal, then hard rock, grunge, hard rock, metal, and from there I never really disconnected, and here we are.
Oh, brilliant. Okay then. So if there's a heavy metal song about yourself, what would it be called?
Phew. I wasn't prepared for this. Let me think. About myself.
Yeah.
You mean an existing one
No,
or
no, like a made up one. What would it be
a
called?
made up one?
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm. You mean the title of it?
Yeah, yeah. Like what would
Okay.
a song about yourself be called?
Okay. I will go with the. It would be an interesting song called "The Mark You Leave on This World,"
Okay.
because
Sure.
that's I think what I think personally me, and I think I can speak for the others too. We're trying to do that.
Mhm.
We're trying to make this world a slightly better place, and we're trying to leave a mark on it. That's the whole point of this thing. And so I think that would be a good title.
Absolutely. Love it. Okay, so next one. And is there a particular song by another band that you wish you had written? Maybe not.
There's a lot of them. Um, I think I'm going with. I mean, there are so many, but there's one particular song that came to mind, and I've recently been hearing is "Meaningless" by Pain of Salvation. I just absolutely love them, and also the entire album B from Pain of Salvation. It's also such a masterpiece. I mean, I just you know, it's not like a huge envy, but I'm just I just find it so amazing. I wish I could have that talent, but yeah.
So going back to the album, are there plans to release any more videos?
Yes. So since the beginning, we decided to make a video for each track.
Mhm.
So up until now, we released 5 videos for the first 5 songs, and the trend is just going to continue. Some of them have been partially recorded already. So it's just this. When we started Ergo Atlas, this was just this massive plan that spans like 2 years, and that involves videos for sure. You can expect a video per track.
Awesome. Can you then give me 4 words to describe Ergo Atlas?
Menacing, melancholic, I would say, epic, and what's the word? Surprising too.
Okay, my Belgian friend likes to ask this one a lot. So, if you were a musical instrument, what would you be?
You mean I wish I would be, or that I am?
What musical instrument would you be? Yeah, like you wish.
I wish. I mean, I think piano, like such a complete instrument. So that's I think what I consider most, has good qualities. But I think in reality, I am a guitar.
All right. So it's now 5 fast questions. So the first one is your favorite album. You've answered that already.
Yeah. Yeah, we could go with B from Pain of Salvation. It's as I said, there's such a long list. It's hard to.
Yeah. I know.
It's hard to say specifically one.
Your favorite drink?
Beer.
Favorite food?
There's this very awesome Portuguese sandwich called francesinha.
All right. Okay.
You gotta Google it.
I'm gonna Google that, man.
It's very crazy, but it's really delicious.
Francesinha. Right. Yeah. I will
francesinha.
We'll do that. Your favorite pastime?
My favorite what? Sorry.
Your favorite pastime? What does get up to?
Pastime, like hobby or?
Yeah, hobby. Yeah.
Okay. I think favorite hobby, I think would be, just fiction, movies, books. Yeah, I need that kind of fiction input in my life. When I sometimes don't have it, I really miss it, and I have to go back to it. I'm sorry, these were meant to be quick questions, but
it's fine. And the final one is your favorite inspirational person.
Definitely Isaac Asimov. It's the person, our story is very much inspired by the science fiction of Isaac Asimov. And other than his works, he was such an inspirational fellow, really great person, it seems to be.
I want to thank you so much for your time this evening. Do you have any final words for your can't even talk now. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners? Sorry, that's totally fucking wrong. Start again. Do you have any final words for your fans, our viewers, and listeners?
Definitely. I encourage you to dive into the universe we created, experience it, and listen to it as well. I think you'll find it enjoyable, and hopefully you like it as much as we enjoyed creating it. If you wanna see us at a show near you, reach out. Maybe you can help. We just want to get the word spread, and thank you so much for listening and supporting us.
Try knowledge, matter, reason, empowering the project.